Pat.
Yeah. Let's talk about UFC 140.
Somebody teed.
Happy holidays.
Wow. Somebody actually teed up Tebow in that game, and it just fell on deaf ears.
Yes.
I felt bad, dude. Oh, man.
Moving on to UFC 141, okay?
So atrocious.
Real quick, if you guys haven't had a chance to join our MMA Fantasy League, yes, this is Groundhog Day. You got to sign up at www.pickthefights.com. But before you can do that, because it's a private league, you have to go to Facebook. Go to our homepage, click on Facebook.
our fan page.
Search
Facebook for Uncut Sports.
Yeah, you could do that.
Just do that.
Or you can just go to our YouTube homepage and click on a button. Either way.
You could do that, too.
That could probably be a easier route. I don't know. What do you think?
Easier or easier?
Easier?
Yeah, whatever.
A easier route. That's
Well, earlier on, for you folks on the podcast who got confused by the first time Kevin said this shit, when he said homepage, he meant our YouTube page.
Yeah.
So
our
you people
YouTube
watching this on the video, this
page.
is a whole other video than what you watched on the first one when he said it. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that's right, because the podcast will be much different.
Yep.
There'll be all kinds of shows.
Yep.
Anyway, so go do that at pickthefights.com. Now,
And the reason you need to go join our fan page is so you can get the password to get in to Pick Your Fights, because it's password protected, and the password will be changed month to month.
right.
And as of right now, we have 40 people signed up, and I hope more of you get signed up.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely went. It's a pretty easy interface.
I have yet
to
to
pick
sign.
the
I've
fights,
actually got to get over there.
And
sign
actually,
up.
the guys at pickthefights.com have been overly accommodating, I'd have to say.
Yeah. They've
Shockingly
made it good,
accommodating.
easier for everyone.
Right.
Easy for
I
everyone.
mean, Colin Ward was on there complaining, and they went through and helped him step by step and fixed his stuff. I mean, it's
really good guys.
Yeah.
You know?
141 at the end of the month.
141 at the end. It's
I
gonna be the
cannot
last
wait to talk
UFC
about
event
yeah.
of 2011. Now, it's going to start out with the featherweight bout, and it's going to be
Nam
Pham versus Jimmy Hedges.
I think Jimmy left out an M. Jimmy.
No, actually, some people do spell it that way.
Jimmy.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, this guy is not.
Nam Fan.
Yes.
that's who I picked.
That's that, and I'm going. You know, he's not the favorite.
Really?
He's not the favorite.
Wow.
He's 9-0, and it's probably because he's a little inexperienced. He's 9-0, and all of his wins have been by submission. But Nam Fan, as you would say, is the fucking is the favorite.
You know what? You told me something I didn't know, that he was an American.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, he is an American, and I'm going to go with him.
I'm going with Nam, too.
Light heavyweight bout: Vladimir Matyushenko versus Alexander
I'm gonna tell you
Gustafsson.
right now.
He's still.
Damn, I got them names right. What's up, y'all?
This is.
Mandu.
Holy shit.
Mount.
Calm your ass down,
Wow.
monkey.
Well, I got to be a monkey.
Man,
Because I was getting ready to call both of you
Homeland
monkeys.
Security's going to come out this year.
Every
Let me tell you
black
right now.
person that watches the show, George is racist.
Yeah, I am. I was going to say, these two monkeys are going to love this fight. And no, monkey has nothing to do with your color, so
No,
calm
it's
down. And here's the best thing.
Oh.
To the dude who left the nah, shut up. You shut up, too. Yeah, this fight you two are going to cream yourselves about. Here's what I want to talk about. The dude, because there's a guy who left a comment on one of our videos who said the comment I made was blatantly racist.
God, I got to straighten it out
Wow,
right now.
blatantly.
George and I seriously, if any of you guys seriously thought I was being serious about that, you guys got to be fucking idiots, okay? We say all kinds of fucked up shit. I mean, if you think
Really?
George says fucked up shit, you should hear me, and you should hear Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's the worst.
Jimmy might be the worst sometimes. As
let
of
me-
late, I don't know what's going on with
Here's
Jimmy lately,
the thing.
but nobody's prejudiced at this table.
On the video clip, all I said is I mistakenly said like one black man's name instead of another, and you corrected me. I was like, I don't care. You all look alike anyway. That is by far one of the most mild things I've ever said in front of this microphone. Yeah, you know.
Get out of the living room.
But anyway, back to these two.
Don't look at him when he's talking, Kevin.
I love fucking with George. Anyway, guys,
Well, this
who we at?
is a
Let him-
Jimmy and Kevin special.
Oh, yeah.
This is fighting for truck stop gas. This is a Snickers bar.
This is for free IHOP for the next year.
Dude, this is going to be a knock'em. This is gonna be a-
Rock'em sock'em
yeah.
robot.
I believe I picked Matyushenko in this fight.
I think I picked Gustafsson.
I have not picked anybody because I haven't fucking signed up yet. But I'm going to go with Gustafsson because this guy is pretty. I am going to go Gustafsson. You know, his only loss was to Phil Davis.
He's going to be. Well, Matyushenko got dismantled by John Jones.
Yeah, that was
embarrassing.
No, well, Matyushenko did, but not Gustafsson.
Yeah, I understand.
No.
I'm going with Gustafsson for the win.
I'm going with Gustafsson as well.
Dude,
Who are you
they're
going
gonna-
with, Jimmy?
I'm going with Matyushenko.
Right?
That's
Okay.
okay.
Now, in a welterweight bout, pitting John, I will put you to sleep in 15 minutes or less, Fitch, versus Jonny Hendricks.
Now, Jonny Hendricks
is I picked him to win. By
a lot of
decision.
people are picking Jonny Hendricks to win. He's on a 2-fight win
I
streak.
picked him because I want to see him win.
Yeah, I
right.
did too.
mean, people want to see the fucking welterweight division. I mean, thing get mixed. I mean,
I
we
wanna
don't know
see-
what's
no, no,
happening.
no,
now.
I'm just tired.
Stop. We all want to watch Jon Fitch
Yeah, I'm just
go
tired
the
of
fuck
John
away.
Fitch.
Well, it's
That's
just
what we
getting
want.
old. Well, everything.
Or
is
give
getting
us a little
old.
more excitement. Because let me
Well,
tell you,
GSP has gone
the
away
only
for a
thing
That
year.
was exciting.
more boring than a Jon Fitch fight is watching those three guys commentate a match tonight.
I don't know. Have you ever watched GSP fight?
Yeah, I've
That's
watched
25 minutes of pure fucking boredom.
Well-
at least Jon Fitch's is only usually about 15. So this one should be over in 15 minutes. We should all be woken up in time to watch the Nate Diaz fight.
Oh, that should be a good one.
Did I overlook
Now-
something?
Kevin, who'd you like in the Fitch fight?
I like Jon Fitch.
I got Jon Fitch winning.
Johnny
by
Hendricks,
decision.
everybody, like I said, is kind of on him. But he's on a 2-fight win streak. But his only loss was to Rick Story.
Let me tell you,
12 finale.
If he lost the Rick Story, I give Jon Fitch's wrestling is probably a little bit better
Yeah.
than Rick Story's.
Oh,
and if he
definitely.
can't stop Rick Story from taking him down,
Yeah. Now, the lightweight bout, like George said, we're moving on to the next fight. It's Nate Diaz versus Donald Cerrone.
The
Now, I'm
fucking
gonna tell you what,
cowboy.
let's talk a little bit
Yeah.
about Donald Cerrone. Donald
He's a
Cerrone
beast.
has 4 losses in his career. But let me tell you about those 4 losses.
Please do.
Okay, because a lot of people don't realize this about Don.
Okay.
He has a no contest, which is a loss.
that's one.
That's one because he failed a drug test. Okay.
Oh.
He has another loss because he threw an illegal knee. Okay.
That's 2.
So it wasn't where the man got his ass beat. You know what I mean? Now, those were 2 of his losses. Let's just say realistically in the ring he's lost twice. But those 2 losses were
Was
to the
to
same man.
Ben Henderson and Ben
Ben
Henderson.
Henderson. One
Damn.
was a decision, a close decision, and the other one was, I think, a unanimous decision. But arguably, his 2 losses are to a lot of people. A lot of people think is the best lightweight,
Top lightweight in the world.
right
and we're going
now.
to find out shortly because
Yeah,
he's going to
yeah.
fight Frankie
I think
in Japan.
I would agree with that statement, but I think also Donald Cerrone, his game has gotten
He
a lot
keeps getting
better
better.
since those 2 losses, and I think his game has just developed, to the point where now if he fought Ben Henderson again, which could happen, it may be a different outcome, at least in my opinion.
I'm going to completely disagree with you.
I see the Cowboy.
Because I think Ben Henderson. I mean, I think Donald Cerrone has got better, but I think Ben Henderson has got better too.
I think Ben Henderson's a notch or 2 above the Cowboy at this point.
And-
I see Donald winning this fight using footwork, and I think he's going to frustrate Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to stand in front of Nate Diaz and let him do the pawing thing like
No.
it seems like the Diaz brothers do.
Yeah.
I think Cerrone's going to get in, get out, hit hard.
Yeah.
He could put Nate flat out.
Right.
I think he
Well,
has potential.
And the other thing
TKO
that
or
I've
knock
liked
him
about
out.
Cerrone lately is, he's fighting with such a passion. When he comes out there and
God.
fights, the guy literally, it's like he's fighting for food.
Yeah,
Truly.
No, he is. He's definitely. I mean, and
He's fighting
you're
like
right,
a honey
Jimmy. I mean,
badger.
he is definitely. Yeah,
'Cause he don't give a shit.
Now, you're right. He has improved, but I do think Ben Henderson has improved. I mean, and I think it showed the second time they fought because the first fight was closer. The second fight, Ben Henderson.
I think Ben Henderson
was-
is just too dynamic. He has
really
too
is.
many different ways to win.
Yeah.
And he's just he looks like a pure just athlete. Like you could put Ben
Athlete.
Henderson in the middle of like a shuffleboard game and he would dominate and then
Athlete.
step over to like ping pong and
Athlete.
then go play water polo. Oh, he's black, he can't swim, so scratch that one. Probably some track and
What
field
you
events.
say, you white honky motherfucker?
I said Ben Henderson
Wow.
would probably struggle in a pool playing water polo.
He's half Asian, man.
He's
Oh.
doubly
Denise, how
fucked.
good are Asian
You know what chlorine? You know what
I
chlorine?
double fucked.
Yeah, chlorine in the eyes, and he's black and can't swim.
Wow, that would be a bad combo.
Wow.
I know what chlorine does to my eyes.
Hmm?
I know what chlorine does to mine. And mine are much wider than his.
Wow.
I just want to let you know.
It's a
His
joke.
name is George Bedford.
Relax. Yes,
His
a lot
name
of
is
you have
George
actually friended me on
Bedford,
Facebook, and I don't mind.
Ben Henderson, if you ever see him in Vegas or anywhere for
it's
that
a
matter,
fucking
make sure you
joke.
punch him and not me and Jimmy.
And you know what?
Okay,
you think I'm the first one to talk about
Did
that
you-
man's race?
What? Me, I call him the Blasian because I just like it.
Most people do. Anyway, I got Donald winning second round TKO and or knockout of Nate Diaz.
That's what I've got as well.
You guys haven't
TKO.
finished?
I haven't
he's
finished
going to
it.
finish the fight. This
Yeah.
fight's not going 3.
I
think
got
I have.
it. No, I think it probably will end.
I have one fight all night going the distance, and that's a Jon Fitch fight because he couldn't finish a Happy Meal.
Right. Yeah, I'd say it probably will end up. It'll probably be stopping. I think it'll probably get into the 3rd round because I think it'll stay on its feet. And I think Nate's a little bit crafty to stay away from him and kind of work.
Now,
the octagon.
this is where I'm going to need you two to play devil's advocate, or at least one of you, and explain to me how Brock Lesnar can win this fight.
The only way that Brock Lesnar, to me,
He's fighting Alistair Overeem, by the way.
he's fighting out, and that's the main event, the heavyweight bout.
So it's a
between
5-round
Brock Lesnar.
fight.
Yeah.
Let's face it, it ain't going 5.
No, because both of them will get winded. But I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah.
I would have to think Brock Lesnar can win this fight if he can manage to take Overeem down. You guys are shaking your head, but I'm just saying.
No,
I agree with you guys because I don't think it was going to happen. But if he takes Overeem down and manages to get ground control, like wrestles Overeem and wears him out, because Overeem, we both know, is a very heavily muscled guy, and he probably hasn't been tested on the ground in a long time because of his size. If he could take him down and maybe establish some ground and pound, then he could do it. The problem is that Brock Lesnar is not real crafty at submissions or anything like that, so that's going to be a problem on the ground. And I'm sure Alistair will probably get out and get up and then say, okay, I'm going to kick you upside your big
Now,
ass.
Brock shocked us all in his last fight. I don't think any of us saw Brock Lesnar pulling off a choke against Shane Carwin.
No.
And, I mean, if you go back and watch,
But
he
that
stepped
was-
over at the right place, got
That
his
was a
body
gassing
position.
Shane Carwin as well.
I don't give a
no,
shit.
no, I agree.
Right.
Trust me, I don't think anyone, I would have loved to seen the odds on Brock Lesnar finishing Shane Carwin by submission.
Right.
What would you think, that 100 to 1?
Yeah, it had to be
50 to 1 at least, easy.
But,
I don't know.
But to answer your question that you asked, I actually disagree with Kevin. The only way I see Brock Lesnar winning that fight is if he clips Overeem as Overeem's coming in and then gets on top and pounds as he's basically sort of already out of it.
Do you think he has a good punch?
Well, here's the thing. I don't necessarily think he has a great punch, but I think anybody at that size, if you clip a guy right, I mean, look at like when he hit Randy Couture, he hit him right behind the ear. Okay, it wasn't necessarily a great punch. It just happened to have the right power and land in the right spot.
But to hit a man that's probably a couple inches taller than you and has a considerable reach behind the ears.
And here's the thing.
No, I'm not saying that that's the only spot, but I'm just saying that that's the only way I see
That's
him
the way
actually
you say it.
winning the fight.
And the only issue I have with what you just said is the idea that Alistair Overeem is going to come into Brock. Attack Brock Lesnar.
Well, even
I
if
don't
he-
see. I think he's going to jab
Right.
and kick.
But even if he
I just
doesn't,
wanna
Brock
let you know,
Lesnar will go forward.
He's Dutch, not German. Okay, you sounded like a Nazi there. Okay.
Why? Because I'm white.
'Cause
I'm
you
a,
said
I'm a Nazi because I'm white. Is
yeah,
that how it is?
Fuck you, Nazi, because you white.
Then why is Jimmy here? I don't like him. That's your problem.
Wow.
A joke again. Relax.
Oh my God.
Happy Hanukkah to our viewers out
God
there.
damn. Fucking.
Yeah. We'll just
I have to announce jokes because some of you are sensitive. I get it.
But no, to me, that's the only way I see it is
Right.
if he does clip him and then, sort of gets on a stun over him and finishes him.
I don't think he'll ever have an
strikes.
opportunity to.
But
clip
no,
Alistair Overeem.
I agree with you 100%.
I don't. see it.
I've got Overeem winning this fight. I think in the first round, maybe second at the latest.
I can tell you what Alistair Overeem is not going to do. He's not going to walk out and try to punk Brock Lesnar like he did to Brett Rogers. I think Alistair Overeem is very aware of Brock Lesnar's wrestling ability.
Yeah.
And I know Alistair Overeem doesn't want to be underneath Brock Lesnar.
And I think at the same time that Brock Lesnar is very aware of Alistair Overeem's striking ability,
his
and he
kickboxing,
did not
right.
look like. I think Brock Lesnar does not want to get struck by Alistair Overeem more so than Overeem wants to be under Brock Lesnar. I really do, because the way Brock Lesnar turned and just started to kind of run away, it was like, okay, I'm not used to this.
Well, the most interesting thing is these are the two biggest like physical specimens that they're. I mean, it's going to just be phenomenal to watch them clash.
Yeah.
Truly, because I mean, these are both just huge, chiseled guys. I mean, they are just going to go after each
I would
other.
seriously like to watch these two compete in like a strongman competition.
Lesnar would kill him.
Well, I mean, just something more physical than like fighting. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar is huge, athletic, and can move. And I would just like to see if Alistair Overeem could keep up doing other things.
I just think when you look at it too, Alistair Overeem is a guy, a smaller frame guy that has built it up.
Really?
Brock. Yeah.
You mean like a Barry Bonds from
We've
the
seen
Pirates to the
Al-
Giants
I
build up?
remember
We've seen Overeem as a
when
light
he, when he
heavy.
fought Chuck Liddell back in
At
03 in
205,
Pride.
yeah.
It was a 205. And let me tell you, he looks nothing like the
Right.
Overeem of today.
Yeah.
Man, it's
Now
just
Brock
horsemen.
Lesnar, Brock Lesnar was always a big guy.
Hedge.
Yeah.
But,
Huge.
and also you got to remember, this is Brock Lesnar's first fight after having a serious surgery for
Right.
diverticulitis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had some intestine
I'm going to
removed.
go with Overeem in this fucking.
I got
shit.
Overeem in this bitch in the first round.
Yeah, I've got first. I might have picked the second at the latest.
Yeah,
yeah, it's-
I think it's just too big a guys to go.
It's
It's going
a
to go.
TKO.
for
Oh,
the
it's
best.
I put it this way. I would be shocked if it goes 5 rounds.
Now,
too.
the winner of this is going to fight for the belt. Who? Let's say this all goes the way we see it. Who does Brock Lesnar fight next? Does he get a rematch against Cain Velasquez?
I don't know. See, to me, Frank Mir and Cain Velasquez should fight.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And okay, so
I
my
don't know,
question
man.
is,
Right
where does-
now, because of Strike Force and everything, like you know, some
Where,
of these
where
guys
does
come-
Barnett and potentially the winner
Cormier?
of Cormier,
Cormier
because
come
they're
in.
shutting down the heavyweight
Yeah.
division.
I mean, it's such a deep class now. It's
Let
one
me
of
tell
the
you, I'd
better
actually
classes
like,
in the
I'd
UFC.
actually like to see Brock Lesnar fight Josh Barnett.
because
to be
Verdun's
honest.
back.
I think that'd be an interesting fight.
Yeah, because they're both wrestlers.
And Barnett's a big guy too. I mean, not nearly the specimen that Lesnar is, but I just think it would be an interesting fight.
Barnett would.
Yeah, I
tap.
think
Barnett
yeah, I
would
think
tap
he
him.
would.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think Barnett's ground game
Barnett's
is
so
yeah.
big, and he's got good hands. He's
Right.
just very. Barnett's a. People
Crafty.
forget he used to be a UFC champion. I mean,
He used to
he's
be a
crafty.
juice monkey too.
Anyway.